Get to the chopper!
Hi and welcome to this Anzac edition of Get to the Chopper. I'm Nathan Ferguson and my guest host tonight is a man that won the club's Community Award last year, Larry Seri.
G'day guys, how are you?
Now before you start worrying, we haven't been named to make our debuts despite us donning these impressive jerseys. These army-inspired kits are up for auction on our club website right now with a reserve price of $75 with money raised going to legacy. Let's hope the boys have a big win in them this weekend. That may even increase their value. The auction closes midday Tuesday next week. Now Larry, you're familiar with the camouflage colours. Can you give us a little bit of an insight into your military career?
Yes, Nathan, I'd love to. 1970 was the year of National Servicemen. As you well know, it was just basically like lotto numbers. If your birth date came out, you had to go and do 2 years of military service. Didn't necessarily mean that you went to war, just the luck of the draw. So I got called up, then I went to Vietnam for 6 and a bit months. The actual national service was 20 months, I think, instead of the 2 years, though, because at that stage the war in Vietnam was scaling down, and so basically we got a reprieve for whatever it was, 3 or 4 months, so we went back to normal life, which was pretty difficult in those days, but a few people didn't return. I'm one of the lucky ones, so I sometimes wonder if I were in Gallipoli, the first wave might have been all right, you wouldn't know what was happening, but to keep doing it, would you have been a coward? I probably would have been, I think, because the results were going to be the same.
Mate, what about the Seri Regan medal on Sunday in the game against Tweed Heads? For you, what does it mean to sort of have that named after you?
It's a huge honour. When we first came up with the idea, being a military town, Morgo returned servicemen, myself returned servicemen, we just asked the hierarchy if we could do something for Anzac Day. It's picked by independent judges, and our motto is to display the Anzac Day spirit. It doesn't necessarily have to be the best player.
And now we're going to hear from the man you share the honour with, Morgan Regan, another member of the Mendy Blackhawks training crew. He's been at the club since its inception, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his service history and what Anzac Day means to him.
It is an honour to have our names associated, especially with Larry. You know, to be linked up with him in something like this is truly an honour. And to present this to the players that wins it is truly exceptional. In regards to my military background, I joined the Army in 1988. I was 23 at the time. Posted up here to Townsville to 24 RAR, then 2 RAR, and several other postings. Got out of 2004 where I was an instructor at TAC Wing at the Infantry Centre in Singleton. Anzac Day is an honour. It just means so much. Especially in infantry, with the job that we do and possible outcomes that come, to see and remember what Anzac was about, not just Gallipoli, Vietnam, etc. We've just got to remember those that went before us, why they did it, and how unselfish they were in surviving or giving their lives away.
Good stuff, Morgan and Larry. I'm sure the boys will be fired up when they run out at home at 2 p.m.
Yeah, Anzac Day is a special day here at Jack Nansky Oval. Our military tie-up with the town is pretty close. Our ceremony is up there with one of the best, and with a bit of crowd support, which I'm sure we'll get, we're in for a win. Go the Blackhawks.
Well, quite an occasion then for two players making their first appearances of the season. Halfback Robert Louis, he's overcome an ankle injury he picked up in the trials, while Jordan Kenworthy couldn't hide his delight at training after being given the green light to play again, having completed his rehabilitation from another ACL rupture. Let's hear from both of them.
Yeah, very stoked. It's been a long recovery. Very surprised. I didn't think I'd be straight back in. I thought it'd be a few games local league and then sort of ease the way back into it. It's very hard to watch on the sidelines and that all the time. It's good the boys that have got a few wins under their belts and that, but it'd be good to get back in there. Definitely. My missus' parents are coming up to watch. A few games ahead of schedule, I think, so prehab went pretty good. I'd done my right one previously, probably 4 years ago. Yeah, I think just knowing what you're in for and you're a bit older, a bit more mature and that, sort of be a bit better with your recovery and all that type of stuff.
Oh, 100% keen, mate. Last time I played here, back in 2015, so Looking forward to playing here at home, especially at Townsville boy myself, playing in front of family and friends, and get to play with these young boys too, you know. I've had a smile since I started running pretty much last week from this injury. I was a bit worried, not gonna lie, it's human nature to think about the worst thing, but it wasn't that bad. 6 weeks flown, boys has found some form. I had my mind set on playing for Centrals, but Paney hit me up, said named you this week, so I'm just gonna come in, add my experience, and can't wait to get out there and put that jersey on.
Good luck, gents, and now we're going to hear from the coach who'll give us a little bit more insight into what dangers the Seagulls possess and what the hosts have to do to try and secure a third straight win.
Seems like a safe place to open a full bag of cheese doodles.
Hey, sup?
Hey. Okay, I'll give you one, but don't tell your friends.
Oh, yeah, no.
Obviously a strong side. They had a really convincing win over Burleigh Bears last round. They're a big physical side. They've got a lot of class as well. We're expecting a lot of Titans players that don't get a run on Saturday night against the Cowboys to back up and play against us. Sam Lasoni is certainly one of their big blokes in the middle of the field that gets them a lot of go forward, and he's a Titans player who's very strong. And the other Titans player that's been playing really good football for them is Paul Turner. Generally plays out the back on their right edge predominantly, and he's got a set of wheels, so someone that we need to keep an eye on. So that's 2 weeks in a row now we've had wins, and it's really important we develop some consistency now. We've met a lot of our KPI in-game targets defensively, and now we need to achieve some of our attacking KPI targets. It's not something it's a big fix. It's probably just an execution of our catch and pass and understanding our role. And I'm sure if we do that, we'll post some good points. Spend some time with family and friends over Easter, and it's been a great opportunity for the players to really freshen up. Sunday's game is a game that we're certainly looking forward to. It's Anzac round, and we're at Garrison City, and it's a place we're very proud of. And we've got some of our staff that are returned servicemen, so it's a really important game for us that we're competing and playing well.
Well, our under-21s hit the field at midday in a curtain raiser to the main game, but the action at Jack Manske Oval actually kicks off at 11 a.m. Townsville Masters Rugby League teams, the Titans and Pirates, will face off in an inaugural Anzac encounter they hope to turn into an annual clash. Bo King came up with the concept. His side is made up of former and current military men. Let's hear from him and Pirates forward Paul Musamechi.
Wanted to do it because for a lot of us, Anzac Day is a really hard day. So, we've lost friends, we've been through some tough situations. So, this is a way that I can sort of help the veterans community that I'm a part of as well. So the support's been pretty overwhelming. So people that I've never ever met that have been part of the Defence Force have jumped in, and it's great.
We've got a good kitty at the moment to donate to Legacy, and whatever we can make out of the raffles. We've got a couple of composite jerseys made up that we'll be raffling on the day. If we encourage people to support as much as possible. We'll have people going around on the day selling tickets, so definitely it's going to a great cause.
The footy will be a bit faster and certainly more serious when our under-18s face the Falcons in the Auswide Bank Malmaninga Cup on Saturday. The semi-final is on the Sunshine Coast. Captain Damon Marshall and Coach Roy Byra believe the boys can book their ticket to the decider.
Yeah, boys are feeling a bit more refreshed, had a few days off for Easter, so coming into the finals with a bit more confidence. What we've done so far is pretty much finished. It's a whole new comp, so yeah, the boys are going to need to step up, and I feel like we will.
I think we've been playing consistent enough to do that. I think we've earned the right to be in the finals, with those southern teams, and the group that we have, I think we'll do good.
A home game would have been good, but it is what it is. We made the grand final last year. We had a home game up here in Townsville, but came short of that in the last few minutes. So there's a bit of desire there that we don't want to feel that feeling again, and it's our last chance last year as 18-year-olds. So it's all or nothing. Hopefully we can still go down and get the job done.
And we're looking forward to a challenge too, of us going down and playing down south, and hopefully we do really well.
We're going to focus mainly on our defence because we've watched a few of their video already, and they're a bit more quicker than the teams we've versed so far. So everything comes off our defence. If our defence is good, attack will come. We trust our attack. Just stick to our game plan and it should go well.
Larry, they'll be back on Sunday, fingers crossed, preparing for a grand final, but they will be part of our post-footy presentation for the juniors here on Sunday at full time of the Host Plus Cup match. Now, speaking of full time, we're done. Thanks for being a part of the show, mate.
Thank you very much, Nathan. It was much appreciated, and go the Blackhawks.
Now remember guys, you can stay up to date with all your Mendy Blackhawks news by jumping on our club website or on our social media platforms. See you next week.